So here, if you are talking about ABAP program, ABAP generalized ABAP program is not procedural program. It is a modularization program using modularization technique. What is the modulation technique? Modulation technique is dividing the program into multiple reusable components. Okay, like create subroutine. Okay, subroutine is a set of code. You can call that subroutine whenever you require. Okay, whenever you require, you can call that subroutine. That is a set of executable set of code. Okay, subroutines also, there are two types of subroutines: internal subroutines and external subroutines. Okay, internal subroutines used for internal purpose. That means within the program. External subroutines used for external program. Okay, and at the same time, macros includes and function modules. There are different types of modulation techniques are there. So here you can use reusable code. You can easily understand the code, and maintenance of code is very easy. There are a lot of advantages on the modulation technique. Okay, so what is the object oriented? Okay, we discussed about procedural language, modulation techniques, and now we discuss about object oriented programming. Okay, what is the object oriented? Object oriented programming is focusing on the real time world. Okay, we'll encapsulate the data into the as a object class. Okay, so the thing is, it is have combination of attributes and methods. Okay, attributes and methods. Attributes like data and method. Attributes and methods. Okay, so the thing is, objects are encapsulated from the outside world. Okay, so simple example. Okay, there are two concepts: class and object. Class and object. Okay, class and object will have properties and behavior. Okay, properties and behavior. Properties will call as a attributes. Behavior will call as a methods. Okay, properties and behavior. Okay, so how can you handle it object oriented? Okay, so now you have to know the difference between class and object. What is the difference between class and object? Class is a blueprint. Object have the representation of real-time world. Class will not have physical existence. Okay, class. What is a class? Suppose you are saying a car. Is car having physical existence? Suppose I am saying a car, just a car. Is it anything available with the car? Any object is available? Just if you say car, Is it anything is there with the car? Like person. If you say person, anything is there, person. If you give if you give reference to that car, okay, then it will generally, if you say car, there is no reference. Okay, so car will have like behavior and attributes, like four wheels, and one steering, uh, color. These are all attributes. Okay, behavior like speed, mileage. These are the methods. Okay, what is the object? Car is like a blueprint, like class is like a blueprint. Car or bicycle or person. They are the class. Object means object is which it have physical existence. Object will have physical existence. Okay, whatever properties are, it will be derived from the class. Class attributes and behaviors will be derived here. Okay, so here object object means red color bench TN 0005. Okay, red color bench TN 0005 means it will have physical existence. Object will have physical existence. If you are talking about a particular thing, that is the object. Okay, class is generalized. It is a template. Car, it may be any car. Okay, there is no physical existence for car. But if you are talking about red color bench 5610, that is having physical existence. Are you clear?
Yes, okay.
Now, what is the advantages? Like here, it is projecting the real-time world. So there are so many features are there, like inheritance, encapsulation, and different concepts are there. Using that, we can make more effective programming with the object-oriented technology. Okay, first of all, encapsulation. What is the encapsulation? Encapsulation. What is the encapsulation? Like encapsulating. Like what is the capsule? We'll wrap it inside that. We'll keep the medicine. Okay, that is capsule. Here also, encapsulation means keeping the data from the outside access. Okay. So here in encapsulation, here we have different statuses like public, private, protected. So he hiding from the outside the system. So if you are making as a private attribute, Private methods, it cannot be accessed from the outside. Okay, public, it can be accessed from the outside. So encapsulation, hiding the data from the outside access. Polymorphism. Polymorphism is one name, different forms. Yesterday we discussed about OData generation. In OData generation, we have method called some get data, some methods are there. Whenever you are redefining that method, okay, base class method may have different functionality and derived method will have different functionality. The method name is same, okay, method is same, but the behavior, okay, but if you are accessing with the base class, that behavior is different. If you are accessing with the subclass methods, subclass objects or subclass, that behavior is different, because same method we redefined and overwritten the code. So here, if you access the same method with the base class, it will behave in different way. Same method with the subclass, it will behave in a different way. Okay. Inheritance. What is the inheritance? Inheritance means deriving the subclass from the base class. Inheritance, also different types of inheritance are there. Okay, multi-level, multiple inheritance. Like there are some properties and attributes and methods are there from the different classes. So inherit, we can inherit that methods into the subclass. Okay, that is called inherit. And ABAP objects only allow single inheritance. We cannot have multiple inheritance. Okay, so if you are inheriting base class and subclass, base class attributes and methods can be inherited to subclass. Okay, now if you talk about principles of the object oriented, object, class, attribute, method, instantaneous, okay, these are all concepts we are going to discuss. Okay, object is the physical existence of the class. Okay, class is a template, object is the entity. Okay, so object will have attribute and methods. Okay, object will have attribute and method, and here public, private, protected. Public can be accessed from outside, private can be accessed from their subclass, and okay. Now object have two layers. Okay, so public and private. Okay, public outside outer shell is a public. Public can be accessed from any methods or anywhere the scope is enter the program. Okay, private access, that is called encapsulation. Private access can be done by the method of the class. Okay, methods of the class can be accessed the private objects. Okay. Okay, why private objects are hidden? It is called information hiding, like encapsulation. Like we are restricting access of the data or attributes or methods from the outside access. Okay, security purpose, we will hide for the external usage. Okay, no, these are all self-explanatory. Just you have to keep in mind, attribute is like properties, methods is like a behavior. Okay. Attribute name, seats, weight, length, wing, tank. These are the attributes. Okay. Attributes also, there are two types of attributes are there. Static and instance. What is the difference between static attributes and instant attributes? Static attributes are the global, it will use the global memory. Instant attributes will be take the copy of the memory. Okay, this is very important. Static attributes and instant attributes. Static attributes, it will take the memory, direct memory access, and instance variable will take the copy of the memory. Okay, so you created static variable like integer, static variable a, integer value 20. Okay, instant variable b, integer value 20. So if you do a equal to a plus 20, okay, it will a equal to a plus 30 are given. Means a equal to a plus 30 means 20 plus 30, 50 it is happened. Okay, I am accessing a equal to a plus 20 and b equal to b plus 30. So a equal to a became 50 and b became 50. Again, if I access with the different object, if I access with the different object, second object, if I access with the second object, static attributes value will change it to 50 because it is affected on the memory level, global memory level. But whenever I am calling b, instant attributes, it is taken the copy. So again, it will give the 20. For your understanding, it is little confusing. Okay, static attributes will change at globally. Okay, global level, it will data like if you are done any changes that will be affected the global level. Okay, instance variable at local level. Okay, methods. What is the method? Method is an internal procedure. Okay, method is internal procedure. Method will have import, export, changing, returning, and exception. Okay, you can import the values, export the values, change the values, return. These are all will be available method. So method also, there are two types of method. instant method and static method. Static methods will be defined at the class level. Okay, static methods will be defined at the class level. Static methods can be accessed directly with the class. No need to create any object. Creating object. Okay, once you create a class, okay, reference to that class, you can create an object. Okay, if you want to access the static attributes or static methods without object, directly with the class also you can access. With the double arrow, we can access with the class also. Creating an object. Just to create a class. Okay, class creation also there are two ways: global class and local class. Local class we can define at SC38. The scope is up to that program only. Global class SC24. Okay, here data reference to. These are all things here like reference. Reference will create. See, you can access the public attributes from the external, but we cannot access the private attributes from the external. So calling the method, there are two ways. If you want to call the static method with the double arrow, okay, instant method with the single arrow. Okay, with the class we cannot access instant method. You can access only instant method can be accessed with only object. It cannot be accessed with the class. Okay, static method can be accessed with the class as well as object. Okay, instant method with single arrow, static method with double arrow. Okay, these are the different methods like if else, everything, like whatever generalized programming techniques you are using, everything you can use here. Okay, what is the constructor? Constructor is a method, okay, which will execute default at the time of object creation. Okay, at the time of object creation, default it will be executed. Suppose if you have any method like add or get data, any methods, you have to call explicitly. Okay, after creating the object, you have to call explicitly. But constructor, whenever you create an object, automatically it will be created. Okay, constructor is the special method in the class, always named as a constructor. Like in C, with the same class name, we will create that method. Here there is a keyword called constructor. With the constructor, we'll create a method. Inside the constructor, we'll write the code. Whenever you create an object, that time automatically constructor also will be created. Okay. Static constructor is like whenever you create a class, that time it will be execute. Encapsulation we discussed. Delegation, like inheritance, deriving the data from attributes, methods, event. These are all we discussed. Inheritance. Let me. What is the inheritance? Deriving the subclass from the base class. Okay, aeroplane is a class. So passenger aeroplane and cargo aeroplane. So whatever properties are the base class, same can be derived into the subclass. Okay, inheritance we already discussed. Inheritance is the deriving base class, deriving subclass from the base class. Just I'll share you this PPT. Just you go through and let me discuss about practical session. Okay, and one more thing. This is also very important. Abstract class and interface. What is the abstract class? Before discussing about abstract class, you have to know about abstract method. Abstract method is a method just got defined. There is no implementation. If you see any method, the definition implementation should be there. Just here, this guy, just you are defining, there is no implementation. Okay, so whenever you call derive with the subclass, in that subclass you can do activities. Abstract class and abstract methods. Okay, abstract method just defined, there is no implementation. If any class having at least one abstract method, that is called an abstract class. Final class. Final class means where we cannot inherit further. Okay, if the class is abstract class and final, then that is called useless. So what is abstract class? Abstract class having no implementation. Okay, abstract class method having no implementation. Whenever you derive, there you can do implementation. But final class, there is no further. Okay, final method, there is no further. Okay, so we cannot create. We cannot inherit further final. Okay, abstract class we will inherit. After inheritance, inherited object will do the implementation of code. So if you see the final and abstract combination, final we cannot derive further. Okay, and abstracts, if you cannot derive and you cannot access that object. This is okay. So this is a concept. These are all self-explanatory. Just I'll share you this PPT. You can understand. Okay, that this is very good. Everything like global classes, local classes, and we'll create a class with HANA Studio. In HANA Studio, all classes are global classes only. There is no local class concept. So let me show some text files. So it will give the better idea. Okay. First of all, what are the different attributes in the class? There are two types of attributes: instant attributes and static attributes, and constant. Constant is permanent. Okay, instant attributes. Okay, instant attributes, it can be accessed with the class as well as object. Okay, it will access with the object reference. Whenever you access the instant variable, it will access the copy of data. Okay, instant variables will be object reference. Suppose if you make a equal to 20, okay, then if you add a equal to a plus 20, okay, means 40. Again, if you are creating again new instance objects with the other method, other object, with other object you are accessing that. First you access with the first object, again you are accessing with the second object. Whenever you are accessing with the second object, it is entirely clear. Static attributes can be accessed only with the class. Static attributes can be accessed only with the class. We cannot access with the method. Um, Object. Okay, method. Same. Method also static method, instant method. Okay, static method can access only static attributes. Okay, static methods accessing with the object reference, class reference. Okay, and static methods will be accessed the global memory only. So if you change anything, that will be affected in the global memory. That's why count number of student. So that for that we will access the static memory, static methods. Okay, so if you talk about instant attributes, object 1 have separate memory for instant object, object 2 separate memory, object 3. Okay, with the single cursor, uh, single single arrow we can access the instant attributes. Double arrow will access the static attributes. Abstract methods. Here SEGW, base class and extension class. Yesterday already seen. Okay, so these concepts are there: abstract class and implementation. Hello, Geeta, are you understanding whatever you discuss? Like, it is theory is very confusing. Just let me explain one program, object oriented level. See, just I'll share you these programs. You try to execute, you can understand the difference between the SC20. You can create SC24 or SC38 if it is global class. So static variables will be accessed with the class data or class methods. Instance with the data and methods. Any doubts? Geeta, already do you have experience on object oriented?
Yes, Venkat, to some extent. Anyway, you share this. You're sharing this text file.
Yeah, I'll share these text files. So I have other files also. Let me open. So it is like mostly self-explanatory. If you go through, uh, like explanation is difficult, but if you try to understand your own with this files, you can easily understand. So one more. Oops. This is like instance we discussed, and abstract class. See, these programs also I'll send you. Okay, just you try to practice. The theoretically just 5 to 6 points. Okay, theoretically object oriented are 5 to 6 points. First point is the encapsulation, visibility, like public, private, protected. What is the public, private, protected? This thing. Next, the concept is about the object and class. What is the class? What is the object? Okay. What is the difference between the class and object? Class is a template, object is a physical existence. Okay. Again, methods, attributes. Okay. Attributes is the properties, methods are the behavior. Coming to methods and attributes, there are two types. Static attributes, static methods, instant attributes, instant method. Okay, static will be the class level. It is a global level. Static attributes. Okay, instant attributes at the object level. So here we will declare with the class data. Here we declare with the data. So if you want to access anything, you will access with the double arrow, static attributes, single arrow for the instant attributes. Okay. So next, coming to the abstract class. Okay, abstract class means first of all you have to know about the abstract method. Abstract method is a method which just defined, there is no implementation. So whenever you are deriving that method from the base class to subclass, there you redefine that method and you can implement that your own code. Okay, so this is the and one more concept is interface. Interface is the all methods are abstract method that class will have will called interface. If any class having one abstract method, that's called as a abstract class. That is the difference between abstract class and interface. These are the questions. What is the final class? Final method. Final method means if you cannot inherit further, you should not allow to inherit further, then you can define it as a final method. Okay. Use the final method and abstract method, that is called useless method. Because what is the abstract method? Abstract method while defining, there is no code, just it is a definition. Okay. Whenever you inherit, then only you can define, you can redefine that code. Clear? Srini, are you clear?
Yes, Venkat, to some extent. I hope once I go through all these documents, then I may have doubts. Then I will come back. If I will put it in a page, and I will come back if possible.
What you have to do is I am sending the code also. Okay, it is like first you go through the theory. Okay, first what you have to do is you have to go through the PPT. Just don't spend more time on PPT. Just like wherever you go, like what are the concepts are there. Just you go through overview. No, don't spend more than 10-15 minutes. Then you come to this text file. First text file, object oriented ABAP. Okay, this one. Okay, here I created notes, like explained each and every part. Okay, what is the object, what is the class, method, okay, object, everything. What is the static attributes, instant attributes, abstract class, and construct, everything I am explained. So just go through, this is entire theory. Okay, once if you are clear with this concept, just you try to implement this code. Okay, here these programs will give you some idea about the visibility, like what is the public session, private session, okay, how to access the methods. Okay, it will give you the little visibility. First you have to go through this concept. Okay, once if you are clear, then open this abstract class, this code. Okay, it will give you the abstract methods. Okay, how to access the abstract methods. Okay, main in object oriented related to OData services. Okay, mostly you have to know about abstract, like how to redefine, because whenever you create a DPC class and a MPC class, while creating classes, all the methods are coming as a abstract or interface level. Abstract methods are interface. So while accessing that, okay, so it is actually in AMDP we are using object oriented, ADBC we are using object oriented, ALV IDA we are using object oriented, and OData services we are using object oriented. Object oriented is everywhere. Okay, so if you are working in HANA ABAP, there may be chance of asking 5% of object oriented questions. So this is more than enough. This text files and PPT is more than enough to handle any interview. Okay, just you do practice, you can get control.
Okay, Venkat, it's very good. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Please send it right away. You will be sending right away, or take it, will be sending.
No, I'm sending immediately to Techie team. They will share you. Otherwise, if you are not getting within 1 hour, call me. I'll send you. And one more thing, if you finish today, these are all practice. Tomorrow we can have a doubt session on this. And tomorrow I'll discuss one more new topic. Tomorrow same. Can you make it 8 o'clock? 7 is very early.
Yes, sir, we are ready. I'm ready from it.
Okay, so you have to be ready with this all implementation, all the code implement, like you have to be ready with all the practice of object oriented. Whatever files I'm sending, I have to practice all the files. You have to go through all the theory, and I may ask 1 or 2 questions. So then if you get any queries, then you can easily discuss about that queries. Okay.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
So let me share this with you. And how is your practice? Tomorrow we'll have we can have some additional time for the doubt session. So you take 4 or 5 topics like OpenSQL and CDS, AMDP. Like how about SQL script? Are you clear? Are you practicing?
Yes, so whatever the examples you have given, that much, and not beyond that.
No. That is no use. Like example already we discussed. There is like you have to go beyond. Like there is lot of documentation is available in SQL script. Because why I'm that much focusing in SQL script is, if you are strong in SQL script procedure, you are strong in HANA ABAP. Because most of successful programs, like if you want to make more effective coding performance wise, you go for AMDP. Okay, if you are implementing AMDP, how much effectively you can write stored procedure, you are that much strong AMDP developer. Okay, AMDP, there is no need of ABAP expertise. We required SQL script expertise. So interviews also, you can say I'm expert in SQL script, so I can handle HANA ABAP more effectively. So please concentrate. That is, these are areas are new to us. Okay, SQL script and these are all areas are new to us. So please get some whatever documentation you have, you go through, and otherwise there are a lot of help is available. Please go through and you concentrate on these concepts.
Sure, Venkat.
Tomorrow we'll review our syllabus. Okay, how much you finished and what are the pending topics we have to cover, and we'll have a plan for next week. Okay, so we'll decide how to handle. Okay, tomorrow you may have a little long session. We'll start at 7:30. Okay, 8 is a little late. 7:30 to 9 we can plan. Okay, 9:30.
Okay. Okay.
Okay guys, I'll send you this theory and text files. Please go through and please practice. If first time you copy paste this code, second time you try to understand and you develop it. Anyway, this to close object oriented today. Okay, with these files. Okay. Okay guys, we'll see you tomorrow, and you'll get invitation tomorrow 7:30 session. Please join.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, thanks, Venkat.